Yeah, let's go. Yeah. We came a long way. That's what the song say. And I could do all.
It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the Jags and the Bengals, and it's coming up next.
From the banks of the Ohio River, there's a look at Paul Brown Stadium here in Cincinnati, Ohio. This crowd loves their orange and black. The scene just a short time ago, they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. We're ready for football as the Bengals get set to do battle with the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. CD, everybody loves to see the deep ball. We know that. We got a couple of quarterbacks here who can really sling it. Trevor Lawrence of the Jags, Joe Burrow of the Bengals.
I like your point there, partner, because it is back in vogue. And what I mean is taking the shots downfield, because for a long time in this league, it was all about precision passing, the West Coast offense. But now we've got a couple of guys here who'll take some shots downfield, and they have some receivers who can go get it.
Evan McPherson about ready to get this going as we are underway now from Paul Brown Stadium. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. The Jacksonville offense getting ready to begin this first drive, and at the helm, the #1 overall pick back in April, Trevor Lawrence, the rookie out of Clemson.
And for many people, there's a lot of pressure that comes with being the presumptive #1 overall pick for 2, if not 3 years now. But Trevor Lawrence has handled it well. The Jacksonville Jaguars excited to have him in town, to say the least, because they've started guys like Gardner Minshew, Jake Luton, Mike Glennon just in the last season. But let's face it, they now have their franchise quarterback.
And they'll run it. This is James Robinson.
And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Now it's the former Badger, Dare Ogunbowale. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A 14-yard first down pickup for the Jaguars. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, where that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front and linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense, because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
On first down, Lawrence. That caught by Manhurts.
And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. Call it a gain of 14 for the second play in a row.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
They'll run on first down. It's Robinson, and this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
That was was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Play action. It's Lawrence. Looking downfield for Jones. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down.
An early message that this secondary is going to be tested, because even though it fell incomplete, it almost felt like a warning shot to get things going.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Lawrence. He looks underneath and he finds Hyde. And he'll get this only to about the 38 as they stop him a few yards shy of the line to gain. That'll bring up 4th down. They wind up getting 8 yards, but they needed more than that.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the 1st down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
And this one is no good. He missed it. And this will remain a scoreless game. Well, that opening drive looked good for a moment there, but they'll wind up being turned away thanks to the missed field goal.
And those especially hurt when you come into a game on the road. You're trying to get things to go your way early, and now you suffer a setback right out of the gate.
The Bengals offense returns to the field. Now they're set up nicely at the 45-yard line after the missed field goal from 55. Throwing now, Burrow on 1st down. And this one nearly picked off. Kind of surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but get away it does, and it's 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's Burrow. And Burrow going to be hit and taken down. They got him.
Sack, baby.
Just not much a quarterback can do there, CD. The pressure was in his face almost instantaneously, led to a very quick sack.
Yeah, that's one where you turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Open man is Uzama. And he'll take this to the 47, but no further, as they get him down well short of the line to gain. Their opening drive here is going to result in a punt. They got 7 yards there, but not enough.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
So on 4th down, on comes the left-footed punter, Kevin Huber, to punt it away. Jamal Agnew is deep to return it. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And this one goes angling out of bounds, and it will be spotted inside the 30-yard line. So time to see Jacksonville again on offense for the 2nd time here in this game. Yeah, they were in field goal range the last time out, but couldn't connect.
And it's early in the game, so I don't think that the confidence just goes entirely out of, running your kicker back out there. But let's face it, some coaches have a little bit less patience for that than others. Let's see if they call the game differently now in terms of what they do on drives and not try and settle for field goals.
Now Lawrence on 1st down. Escaping the pressure right. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's second down.
And we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
Looking to throw again on second down. Lawrence. And this is incomplete.
I didn't like the look of that play right from the beginning. I thought he should have seen the coverage that was there, tried to force it in. That one, he's fortunate, just fell incomplete.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
Now Lawrence.
Oh, it was hit at the line of scrimmage and intercepted. Picked off at the 19, and they're already in the red zone. The 18-yard line is where they take over. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure, but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there. Exactly as you described, an interception.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
They'll start out here with a jet sweep. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Tyler Boyd, an 18-yard touchdown run. And the Bengals are going to take a first-quarter lead.
Evan McPherson now for the PAT.
And he's got it to make it 7-0 Bengals. A nice tidy little drive there, getting the ball in excellent field position, and only one play to score.
So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. This fielded right at the goal line.
Come on now, let's go.
And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line.
When you decide to run a hitch route, it really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
Only needing 2 yards on second down. Now Lawrence to throw.
Able to slither by. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A gain there of 21 yards.
And when you draft a rookie quarterback, as the Jags did with Trevor Lawrence, you want a veteran presence for him. But Marvin Jones, he fits the bill. 5 years in Detroit, 10 years overall in the league.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now a former Buckeye back home. It's Carlos Hyde. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
Now on 2nd and 13,
Lawrence. Right side, it's Manhurts, the tight end.
and he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on third down.
From midfield now, Lawrence.
And the throw there going to be incomplete.
And what did we talk with them about prior to the game? Their ability to move the chains, pick up first downs. So far, 0 for 3 on third down. If that continues, they'll have little chance of winning this one.
On fourth down, on is Logan Cook to punt. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds. And they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game. But this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football. Because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10
from back at their own 10-yard line. Burrow looking to pass.
This goes out wide from Mixon.
And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. 19 yards there on the catch and run. Just the first quarter, but tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you from my days, I remember being in college and worrying all off-season about our season open opponent. And they had a receiver that could shake and bake with the best of them. I tackled him on the first pass of the game, and the relief was incredible. Ended up having a pretty deep.
And he is going to go down here, but we also have a penalty marker at the line of scrimmage. They may have jumped the gun.
Come on, you serious, dog?
Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
Following the penalty, it's 1st and 5, and you got to think offensively, all kinds of options. Now it's Burrow. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Shaquille Griffin knocking it away that time in coverage.
I spotted man coverage on the outside. I expect we'll see a lot of that from this defense as this game moves on. And that was a good job there as that one was knocked away.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. The former 2nd-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
Here we go. 54, right there. 54, Mike. Here we go. 180.
On 3rd and 1, Burrow. Got an open man. That's C.J. Uzomah. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. It's an 11-yard pickup. Thought they'd run it on 3rd and 1. Not the case. Joe Burrow in year number 2, moving around pretty good considering the seriousness of his injury last year. If you're a defensive coordinator here, what do you try to do to slow Joe Burrow down?
I think you want him to be in rhythm. I think you want him to be on time. And normally, you want to take that away from a quarterback, make him hold it a little bit longer. But when he has a chance to maneuver around the pocket, sometimes get out of it, big plays result. I want him throwing the ball on time and then tackling the receivers so there's no extra yardage.
It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that'll make this a 2nd down. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow.
There's the rookie from LSU. It's Jamar Chase.
And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 32-yard line.
Burrow to his old LSU teammate Chase for a Bengal 1st.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They're passing here, Joe Burrow.
And he'll go right back to Chase. That's caught again.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
And Jamar Chase won the 2019 Biletnikoff Award as the nation's top receiver while at LSU. And the guy who threw him the passes there, Joe Burrow, now his quarterback at Cincinnati.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. And they come with a jet sweep here as Burrow just taps that forward.
Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
That's the danger, Charles, of running plays like this for your wide receiver. They can hit big or they can be duds.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that, because if they're forced to try and go around defenders behind the line of scrimmage, sometimes you can give yardage in order to gain it. But in this case, they gave yardage and didn't get it back.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. They snapped that at 1. Now it's Burrow. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Jamar Chase, the intended receiver.
And it'll bring up 3rd down.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. A draw play for Mixon. Trucks over him. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
So that's what that elbow in my ribs was all about. You thought they were going to throw the ball as well.
Absolutely. I think everybody thought they were throwing the football. Caught him off guard.
Yeah, I'm telling you, when you have the courage to make that type of a play call, a lot of times you actually get rewarded.
They'll give it to Mixon. And that'll get him halfway there as he takes it from the 6 to the 3-yard line.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Now Burrow to the end zone, but it's incomplete. The tight end, C.J. Uzomah, the intended receiver. But now it's 3rd and goal.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss him? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points.
And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. Joe Mixon, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Bengals are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead. So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get him over the goal line.
And McPherson on for the extra point. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. So that drive spans 13 plays, and it all culminated in the touchdown run coming from Joe Mixon. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Jamal Agnew now to return it. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
He's thrown one interception already, and that doesn't necessarily mean the rest of the game is going to go like that. But it does seem that he's a little bit off in his approach to this one.
Yeah, it does, and that was a risky throw right there.
Got to be careful about taking care of the ball, making sure you get back within yourself. I mean, those mechanics that they work on all the time, they're there for a reason. Kind of get back to those and maybe tamp it down a little bit.
And now the throw here is incomplete, and with that, we come to the end of the first quarter of play. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. The Jags with the football to begin the second quarter. The Jaguars on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 10. Lawrence will throw. There's Manhurts, the tight end. And they will rally and stop him short of the first down. They get him to the ground at the 26. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
I thought maybe when he caught it, he'd have a good chance of getting that first down, but that's a nice job of holding him up and preventing him from getting to the sticks.
Here's Logan Cook now as he'll punt it away for the second time. It's a 45-yard punt, just a 1-yard return. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. Joe Mixon and the Bengal offense ready to go back to work. A good job in the passing game, decent job in the running game, but really they've been more effective through the air. We'll see if that shifts at all as this goes on.
Thus far, it feels like they're calling this game in reverse. Normally you run to set up the pass. Here it feels like they're passing, hoping to set up the run and be more effective later on in the game.
Yeah, you can do it both ways. We usually talk about it in the reverse, however.
No doubt about it.
Now Burrow on 1st down. To Mixon on the check down. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way, and really we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
2nd down and 3. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. If this defense wants to stay in this ball game, they've got to start ending some drives. That helps.
And they have to look ahead at what they expect the offense to do. And right now with that lead, that's run the football. So you don't just stack the line of scrimmage. You have to get upfield and try and make some plays in their backfield.
And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
10 yards there and a Bengal first.
But things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick a down, any down, even third down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
Can. 11 mighty.
Mixon with a first down carry. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. With a catch made, it's Tyler Boyd. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 42. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first.
And Tyler Boyd's one of those guys that seems to fly under the radar, but he finds ways to get open, and he has nice hands. He's averaged right around 80 catches a year his last 3 seasons.
So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. From the shotgun, it's Burrow.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
Well, I think that was good strategy there, trying to go right back to him after the last completion. But this time, the defense was all over him, and they got there to break that one up.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. That's caught by his tight end, Uzama. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5. They should have got more out of that, though. He was wide open.
I love how emphatic you are with that call, because that's exactly what I was thinking. Wide open in the flat. Give him a ball that he can use to get upfield with, not just catch and go over the sideline. They cost themselves some yardage there.
Big 13.
Here's Burrow. And he's got his man on the out route.
And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
It's a gain of 8, and it'll wind up moving the chains.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
Yeah, they were right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. From the gun, a give to Mixon. About 3 yards there to the 27.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
2nd and 7.
They go play action with Burrow. This is caught by Tate. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. His first catch, good for 16 and a first.
If you're running out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10.
Burrow will throw.
Throw left side, complete to Chase.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Throwing again on second down. Burrow. And that'll be caught. Touchdown, Bengals. It's Tyler Boyd. Tyler Boyd. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Bengals are able to grow their lead. Boy, so if you are scoring at home, Charles, and God bless you if you are, but that's now 3 drives and 3 touchdowns.
So in a baseball game, wouldn't that wreak havoc on your scorecard?
Yes.
I mean, with all the action that's happening now, how they got here, whatever cliche you want to bring into it, they're locked into a groove, they're clicking on all cylinders. Bottom line, they're piling up the points.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that makes the score 21-0. So that drive, 12 plays in length. And it ends with a Bengals score. So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. To return, here's Agnew. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. Jacksonville back on offense and ready to take over. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
On first down, Lawrence. And the pressure gets to Lawrence, and he'll go down. Trey Hendrickson. Credit him with his sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. Well, remember, he had the interception earlier. Now he adds the sack. He's really making his presence felt out there.
Oh, he is putting together a heck of a game. In fact, he's going to bump these plays to his highlight reel, okay? So when he wants to show it off later on, look what I did out there, guys. And this offense, they've got to start paying him a little special attention. He's like a good basketball player, putting stats in every column.
After the sack on first down, Lawrence, open man left side, it's a tight end, man Hurts. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down.
That's a good bounce back play right there after taking a sack on first down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a 3rd and short yardage call. Through the offensive coordinator, you like looking at that section a heck of a lot better than trying to figure out 3rd and long.
Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
Well, they picked up a portion of it, but not all that they needed. Now that leads to a decision on 4th and 1. Let's see what they decide to do.
Here's Logan Cook now as he's on to punt for Jacksonville. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Joe Mixon and the rest of his offense making their way back onto the field. We're in the 2nd quarter. They've got the lead. The lead, though, not so much because of the ground game, because of their air attack, Charles.
So what they're seeing so far is the possibility of things loosening up later in the ground game. Through the air first, maybe they have to start respecting that even more as the game goes on, and then there will be running lanes to find later.
Yeah, try to get him more involved here on this drive, maybe. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a 1st down.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow dumps it off to Mixon. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
Tyler Boyd, the intended receiver. And now it's 3rd down. Burrow looking to pass. Buying time to his left. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down. How about 25 yards on 3rd down? They'll take it.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a 1st down.
So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 down at the 31. Now it's Burrow. Dancing to his left. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. Now after that last play, there's a Bengal down on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. Second and 6. On the delay, it's Mixon. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
And the Bengals on 3rd down. They've been excellent, 6 for 7. This will be 3rd and 6. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5.
Still 3rd down.
After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long.
Right there. 54, right there.
Now it's Burrow. Boyd's the target, and he has it over the middle. Yeah, this defense rallies, and they stop him short of the 1st down right near the 24. It'll be a gain of 8, but it also lead to a 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job here of limiting that and keeping him from a 1st down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. Zach Taylor, a new breed of head coach. He's going to go for it on 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Burrow. Caught right side, Tate. And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. We remind you that coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will be alongside. He'll have highlights and analysis from Orlando of this first half of action. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. He's got a man, complete. And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21.
Well, we saw Trevor Lawrence take plenty of deep shots in his days at Clemson, and he shows off that cannon of an arm here as a rookie at the NFL level.
And to be honest, this first half hasn't been anything that they'd be really proud about. So they needed something like this to change their fortunes. Now they need to make sure they finish this one off, not just with points, but with a touchdown.
So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone.
Now Lawrence. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. Laviska Shenault, the intended target, but it'll be 2nd down.
Let's go. 60 out, dog.
Lawrence.
He's going to go up top for the end zone. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Eli Apple. 2nd interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on it. His teammates going to check on it because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen.
Here we go. 180. Legs up. We got to get to the ball, team. We got to get to the ball. Let's keep moving.
1st down. Here's Burrow. And incomplete.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stop. Burrow once again here on 2nd and 10. And Burrow going to be hit and taken down. They got him. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. So as they take it over, we step aside.
So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw.
Right there. 54. Right there.
Here's a give to Mixon. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 12-yard line. Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. Here's Kevin Huber now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the Jaguars go on offense 1st down and 10. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. And for him, it's been pretty limited involvement down on the scoreboard. Maybe time to turn to this guy.
And you know me well. Winning games to me means starting with the running game and continuing to press the running game. Maybe you go away from him a little bit now, but the bottom line is he hasn't touched it enough to make a difference.
Well, they haven't established that running game yet. The question is, will they? So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. There for the sack, B.J. Hill.
This offense continues to shoot themselves in the foot. And here, another sack.
All game long, we've seen missed assignments, which have led to turnovers, sacks. This group has not played well at all here in the first half.
Throwing on 2nd and long.
Lawrence, that complete over the middle. He's got Manhurts, the tight end.
The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. A nickel look now for the Bengals as they try to stop him here on 3rd down.
From the gun, it's Lawrence.
And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down. Here's Logan Cook now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. He'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
And with a 3-score lead already, this is not time for a momentum change, so I'd imagine they'd be happy to just take this into the locker room.
A little bit of space there for the first down run as that's going to get them about 5 yards. So we've reached halftime here in the Queen City, and it's the Bengals leading this one. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. We saw a terrific first half for the second-year quarterback. First up, though, a look at the next-gen stats for Jacksonville in that first half. And they didn't get a whole lot accomplished through the air in those first 2 quarters of play. They'll need to up their game if they want to rally all the way back. Meanwhile, for the Bengals, they too found some success throwing the football. But I think both teams would say there's room for improvement in the second half.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3.
Brandon Wilson to return it. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. And the Bengal offense ready to go here to start the 3rd quarter. And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them. So what's the approach here in the second half?
Just continue to play smart football because they got the other team down and they feel good about the position they're in. The obvious thing people would say is just keep attacking, but I think you also have to be smart about it. Avoid turnovers. That's about the only thing that can derail you at this point. Attack, but make sure you take care of the ball.
Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here, 1st and 10
at their own 23. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow, and nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Now Burrow.
Quick slant caught by Chase.
And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield. for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a first down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half.
This is just more of the same. This defense has had no answer on a lot of these throws. They've let these receivers run wild, and here's another completion for good yardage.
On first down, Mixon. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46.
52 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the first down.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon, and he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, second down.
This defense could use a few more plays like that right now.
It certainly could, but think about it from an offense's perspective right now. They've got a lead, but they don't want to throttle down too much and stall themselves. Still want to move at a nice pace.
Now a throw here, hauled in. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. He gets this one to Boyd. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 31-yard line. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
12.
They go back to the ground now with Mixon. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down. They've got the lead early here in the third quarter, and runs like that are how they establish that lead in the first half.
I love the fact that you're using the word lead because they are leading from the front, pounding on the defense right now with the running game, and truly establishing themselves here in the second half.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20.
Now Joe Mixon. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
On second down, here's Mixon. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. 9 yards on the play there, and it sets him up 1st and goal.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up first downs.
Right 80. Shot.
Mixon into a mass of bodies, and I think they held him out. They did. Call it no gain, and it's going to be 2nd and goal.
They're right there at the 1. No gain, but don't let that stop you. Line back up and keep going at them. If I'm them, I'm thinking about going at it 4 straight times.
On 2nd and goal, one man stands in the backfield, and that's Mixon. He'll get it up the middle, and he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky.
That's a nice example of good team defense right there. Ball was snapped at the 1-yard line. They knocked them back and caused a loss. But you notice they were trying to find any type of a gap to run through. Wasn't one available, and they stuffed the play right there in the middle of the field.
A chance to really put this game out of reach. Here's 3rd and goal.
They're passing here, Joe Burrow. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. C.J. Uzomah there to make the grab.
And the Bengals take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury, and it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run. He finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
McPherson on for the point after.
It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now. That one was an extended drive, 14 plays all told, and it's finished off with a Cincinnati touchdown.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
To return, here's Agnew.
And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15.
Here comes the Jags offense now. Time for their first possession of half number 2. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up.
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Out of the gun, it's Lawrence.
The left side completion to Jones.
They sure put the coverage guys in a stress on that one. They thought they were going deep. Ends up curling inside for a nice chunk of yardage.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down.
Lawrence with the handoff to Robinson. And this will be a Jaguars first down as he gets us up past the 30 to the 32.
Every time I see James Robinson make a run as we just saw there, one word comes to mind for me, and that's determined. Undrafted, out of Illinois State, always doubted, and all he did, finished 6th in the NFL in rushing. What a find he was in 2020, and he expects that to continue in 2021.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Here's Lawrence to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. DJ Chark, the intended target, and that'll bring up second down.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32.
Lawrence will throw.
And his throw's going to be incomplete. You and I watched film yesterday, and you told me to watch his feet. Well, for whatever reason, his footwork just looked off on that throw.
And you always love it when the next defensive back talks quarterback mechanics, right?
Well, but you're good at it.
Well, I try, all right? I don't know how good I am, but it doesn't take much to tell. His mechanics are off a little bit, exactly what you described. Footwork, that led to the incompletion.
On 3rd down, Lawrence.
And that's caught inside the 35. And down to the 20.
We saw this plenty last year in college. He loved to take his shots downfield, and that throw, that was a thing to behold there.
And what was amazing to me was the fact he was able to get as much on the ball as he did because he was on the run. Normally, when you're on the move like that, you don't expect the ball to go that far. You would think you need your lower body to be involved. That was an all-arm throw.
And that one, and even 60 yards in the air. Wow.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw.
And that one's going to be off target and incomplete.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Again, it's Lawrence. There's Manhertz, the tight end.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Well, that's always a good place to throw it just because he's one of the biggest targets not only on this team but in the National Football League.
And you and I both know the quarterbacks love these large-body tight ends, and why not? Nowadays, they're really wide receivers who are just taller and have a little bit more weight. These guys catch the football, make big plays downfield. In the old days, we wanted them to block. Now coaches want them to catch the football first.
Throw over the middle, pulled in here by Farrell. And the Jags are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
So another 3rd down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal.
Now Lawrence.
Got his man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Chris Manhertz there to make the grab. And the Jaguars make some inroads here on that deficit.
Coaches must really like to see that from the quarterback because he's had the interceptions in this game, but they're able to connect on the touchdown pass.
And teammates love to see that because they know that they miss blocks during a game, but they come back and make them later on. They miss tackles, right? They miss making plays, but the spotlight is magnified on your quarterback. And when he stands up to the pressure and comes back and throws a touchdown pass after throwing some picks earlier, they feel great about that guy.
And likewise for him personally, as a rookie quarterback, has to give him more confidence.
And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away.
No return here for Wilson. It's a touchback. It'll come out to the 25.
Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here.
Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10.
Here we go. Hot. Undo crunch. 180. 180. Hot.
They begin with a run by Mixon. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
From the 29, Burrow. Flushed out right, and he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the first down marker. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
They give to Mixon to try to pick it up, and he will have a first down here at about the 40.
91 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
I like the look that they just showed there. When you come out in a passing formation, spread things out a little bit, makes it really hard to cover the middle of the field, doesn't it? Because you got to go out to the perimeter and cover those guys.
Yep, exactly. Got some good blocking, too. Helped him pick up the first.
There you go.
Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. And now they will throw it with Burrow.
That's into a crowd and intercepted.
Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And a terrific return as he brings this one all the way back to the 30.
Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Here's Lawrence. That caught by Manhurts.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on 1st down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a 2nd and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Cincinnati. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. From the 22, Lawrence. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 18 yards that time to push him up 1st and goal.
I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
Robinson.
And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. This run defense has been pretty stout all game long. Now you're here in the fourth quarter. Just rely more on the passing attack.
I don't think you have any choice, and I don't think you have to dress it up at all either. Throughout the first 3 quarters, you're still trying to convince the defense that you may run the football. That's out the window right now. Protect, let your quarterback operate, and try and find some targets in the open field downfield.
It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. From the shotgun, Lawrence.
And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. B.J. Hill able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. A rookie QB struggling, gets thrown down to the ground there. But, you know, maybe this game, it's not over yet, but maybe this game can be a learning experience for him.
So many different things that he has to pick up on. When to go ahead and flush from the pocket and run. When to get rid of the football, not take the sack. When to just go ahead and go down early and make sure you don't fumble the football. So many things that he has to learn. This game starts the process.
There's that man again. It's complete. It'll be ridden out of bounds. Didn't even come close to sniffing the end zone. They get the completion but cannot push forward into the end zone, and the Bengals will get the football back. Well, you feel the excitement build on those 4th down plays. Defense has to stay out there, but for the offense, when that thing doesn't work out, such disappointment.
It can absolutely be a deflator, but how about the defensive guys? If they stop you on 4th down, they are absolutely elevated going to their bench.
They're elevated now. Big stop on 4th down.
Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10
from back at their own 10-yard line.
He'll hand it off here. This is Mixon.
And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line.
Damian Wilson in on the stop.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Again, it's Mixon. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on 1st down.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
And the Jags, Charles, I think they're on the dime here.
Covering a lot of field.
Burrow looking to pass. And the pressure will get to him. He goes down. Now there is a flag on the play, but this looks like holding on the offense. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
Here's Kevin Huber now as he's on to punt for Cincinnati. A little juke. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And the Jags will have great field position to start this drive as they take over on the short side of the field. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here.
Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big hole to climb out of, especially at this late stage of the contest. Throwing now, Lawrence on first down.
And that's incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Now Lawrence to throw.
And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Eli Apple. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
They'll run on first down. Mixon, and he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
That gives him 98 yards in this game, and he's got to feel pretty good about that, but the entire offense does. The big thing, though, Brandon, they've got to get to 100, though.
You think he knows he's at 98?
I think someone has told him by now, and here's the thing. Getting to 100 or more is tangible evidence that you've had a nice day running the football, and that's what his offensive line wants for him and for themselves.
And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go.
Here we go. Cut. Right 80. Right hot. Cut.
Play action. It's Burrow. And that is incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point, and they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Well, they can probably live with that with this late lead in the 4th quarter. That's one of the few things that's gone wrong.
You're exactly right. This one was well in hand. That kick there was more for cosmetics, you know, to add to their score. Not getting it, that shouldn't harm them at all.
Here again comes the captain of this offense leading his crew back out there now. And that interception that ended their previous drive likely also ended any shot they had at victory.
Yeah, long road back from here, no doubt about that one. But let's face it, if you're going to go out there and compete, you want to try and end on a strong note, don't you?
Absolutely. It won't end in a victory like you said, but they can maybe take something positive out of this one. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44. And now the throw taken in by Chark. And he's brought down. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards. Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time, down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
And they'll throw on 1st down with Lawrence.
It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down.
Well, there was pressure all around him, so the only play was to try and get out of there. I think it was an excellent effort by him just to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Ready? 30 base.
To throw again on second down. Lawrence. And that's off the mark, incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
The Jaguars on third down. They're hitting at just 30%, 3 for 10. This is 3rd and 10. Now Lawrence. Able to complete this to Shenault. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25.
Here we go.
A good pick up there of 20 yards. Nothing flashy there, the slant to the slot.
All the frustration for the defensive guys because it's a quick play. And you know it's going to be a bang-bang play in terms of the throw and the catch. And then he's able to absorb the contact and complete it.
Come on, set. 90, walk.
Now Lawrence on first down. Forced out to his, and I think the ball's out. And the Bengals grab it.
You've had to put up with me in this booth. I'm going to try and be simple this time and succinct. It simply has not been their night.
No, I think that fumble's kind of indicative of how this whole evening's gone, isn't it?
Without a doubt. I mean, they've tried, but nothing has ever really taken throughout the game. That's why they're down so big.
Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here, 1st and 10 at the 20. Mixon gets the nod to start the drive. They find some open field here. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. 115 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
Well, we're beyond the tone setting right now. This guy's been the bell cow all day, and they'll continue to rely on him to move the chains, drain the clock, and lead his team.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Mixon. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. And the 2015 first-round pick, Malcolm Brown, brings him down. His carries tonight, they're getting up there, so maybe one of those every now and then is understandable.
I would agree with that. Understandable every now and then. Sometimes you come back and you fake it to him and go play action. But other times you say, okay, they got him on that one. We'll come back to him in another carry.
They go play action with Burrow. He's going to air one out. And this is caught. Touchdown, Bengals. Jamar Chase, 67 yards. And the Bengals add on to their lead. If there was one knock on Joe Burrow coming out of LSU, it was arm strength, but kind of put those doubts to rest right there.
And from where we sit, if you had told me that that ball was somehow going to get from point A to point B, I would have told you no way. I mean, that was an absolute cannon shot, and he still dropped it right on the money, too.
And that throw, amazingly, well over 70 yards in the air, according to next-gen stats. Wow. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that'll increase their lead to 28. So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. Now Jamal Agnew from his end zone.
And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Looking to throw, Lawrence.
And his throw is incomplete. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same Surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
2nd and 10. Here's Lawrence again. Looking for Chark again. This time he's got him.
And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line.
Lawrence to Chark. 1st down, Jacksonville.
DJ Chark, a Pro Bowler and a 1,000-yard receiver in 2019, saw his numbers dip a bit last year as the Jaguars cycled through some quarterbacks. He's happy to have Trevor Lawrence in town and accepts the pass from him there.
Ready. 60 Pittsburgh. Watch the pass. Here we go.
1st down, a run with Hyde. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
On 2nd and 9, Lawrence over the middle. He's got Shenault.
And he's going to be down at the 35, gain of 7. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
And a nickel look here for the Bengals as they try to defend this on 3rd.
Lawrence.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Jones.
And he is going to have a Jags 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Lawrence to Jones, 1st down, Jacksonville.
Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
2 1st downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10.
From the gun, it's Lawrence. And the pressure gets to Lawrence, and he'll go down. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair.
So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. To try again after the sack, Lawrence. And that is incomplete here.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Lawrence. He's going to let it fly.
And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
I guess at this point, Charles, heck, why not take some shots?
I would agree with that totally because a big play can't hurt at all. Heck, you might get a pass interference call out of it. Somehow the ball might get tipped up and you come down with it. Might not do too much for the result of the game, but it could add to your stats.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And got his man complete. Touchdown, Jaguars. Laviska Shenault, 56 yards. And the Jaguars get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit. He put quite a bit of air underneath that touchdown pass. Of course, we knew that he had the strong arm.
That part was easy. You could see that throughout his college career. But what you want to know about a rookie is when the pressure's on, can you throw with touch? He just did right there. And, boy, it was pretty.
Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And that'll cut the lead back down to 21. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it culminates in a Jags touchdown. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And this is going to be snuffed out. The Bengals recover. The risk-reward of the onside kick, when you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things. Now they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
Here we go. Check, check. Watch 54. Here we go. 180. Set the tone. Defense, let's go. 180. Stop.
On first down, Mixon, and they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
Yeah, that wasn't a big run, just a short one there. But guess what? Sometimes you treat it like boxing. You throw that jab out there, and you throw it again, you throw it again, then you come with a big punch later. Maybe they're just trying to set them up.
Here we go, here we go. 180. Nice one.
Back to Mixon on second down.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line.
130 yards rushing for him now as his big night continues.
Brendan, every great running backs coach I've talked with has always talked about when you have great vision, you're not consciously thinking about your cuts and your moves. You're just doing them. And I think that's what we're seeing tonight. He's about to run them into submission.
You took the words right out of my mouth. I was just going to use that phrase. He has run them into submission.
Wave the white flag.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Burrow going to give this to Mixon.
Into the secondary again. And all the way down to the 17-yard line. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. So this one in the win column now for the Cincinnati Bengals. And when you break it down, this was just a thoroughly dominating performance.
And I truly thought that we'd have a tight game coming into this one. I think you felt the same way based on our conversation after the production meeting. But obviously not the case. And how about just how it broke open? You just all of a sudden, whoosh, there it is. This thing is pretty much done. And the crowd stayed with it to celebrate because they're like, let's enjoy watching our team play this well. This is fun.